reform package. Democrats including a public health care option in their plan, meaning government-run health care that would compete with private insurance. They say you're going to love it. But if it's so great, will the Democrats behind it actually sign up for it? Will they put their families on it, and not just yours? That's what our next guest wants to know and the challenge he is issuing. He's Congressman John Fleming. He is a Republican from the state of Louisiana, and he's my guest now. Hi, Congressman.
Good morning, Meghan.
I get more emails on this from our viewers who want me to ask every lawmaker who comes on this program, are you going to sign up for it? Are you going to give up your fat cat benefits that you get as a federal employee and sign on to the so-called public option that is now going to be made available to the uninsured? And you are now issuing such a challenge to your fellow lawmakers. Tell us what you're doing.
Yes, well, precisely, Meghan. Congress and, of course, many federal employees, certainly our staffers and our families, get the federal employees program, which is basically an exchange where we can choose any private plan that we want. And all of these health care bills that are coming out on the Democrat side, the reform bills, basically say that Congress is exempt for at least the first 5 years and perhaps longer. So I've issued House Resolution 615 that simply says, look, if you vote for this, then you should choose it. That is the single-payer government-run option, because we know that this is going to end up in a government-run health plan. And it's very interesting because I have 43 co-sponsors on my side of the aisle, starting with Leader Boehner and going down. And we've reached out to every Democrat in the House, and we've yet to have a taker.
Not one Democrat has agreed to sign on?
Not one. They all apparently, or at least the vast majority of them, we're told, want it for you, Meghan. They want it for every American except for members of Congress.
How on earth do they justify that?
Well, to be honest with you, I can't get a straight answer. We put in calls to Henry Waxman, calls to Speaker Pelosi, and we're yet to hear back from them.
You know, I guess they say, look, if we're already covered, we don't need it, and we don't need to jump on this public insurance option. But, you know, one has to question if this were the gold standard, if this is going to be such a great plan as they want us to believe. Because keep in mind, I mean, you think about the sacrifices that Americans are going to have to make to create this public option. People who already have insurance, the taxes they're going to have to pay, the compromises in their own health care they're going to have to give to provide this insurance option. If it's so great, why wouldn't they want on? I mean, I don't understand how you make them put their actions behind, you know, their words for the rest of us.
Meghan, there's a long-standing tradition in Congress. Of course, I've only been here 6 months, but I've followed this for many years. And Congress is famous for exempting itself from the problems that it inflicts on American people. You know, Senator McGovern, who is very liberal, is alleged to have said, once he got into private business after he left his office, if he had any idea what he was doing to American business and the American people, he would not have passed half the laws that he was behind. So there's a great disconnect here in Washington, Meghan, I guarantee you. And we're seeing that from the populace out there. They're angry about this. We've had 2,000 hits on our website wanting to contact their congressman and write our letter. We also have had 5,000, I understand, through Newt Gingrich's website. So the people are very upset about this. The bloggers are going crazy with it. And it's just a very simple question. If it's so great for the rest of America, why can't Congress be a part of it as well?
Well, I have to ask you this because I'm going to get the emails in response to this as well, and that is if people want to know whether their congressperson has signed on to this, what should they do?
Well, they can call my office, area code 202-225-2777. They can also go to, we'll post this on our website as a matter of fact, go to fleming.house.gov, that's Fleming with one M, .house.gov, and we will post those who've signed up on the Republican side and those who've signed up on the Democrat side, but so far that's a goose egg.
You know, sir, it's only a few million people who watch this show. I think you just got your operators a little busy. Maybe check out the website before you actually call, but I leave it up to the viewers and to your good staff. Congressman, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you coming on, and we will be following this to see who, if anyone, is willing to take the pledge?
Great. Thank you, Meghan.
All the best.
Well, of course, we've all been following stories about our nation's rail system and new questions today about the safety of that system after recent crashes in L.A., Boston, in Washington, D.C., where the congressman is. Courtney Keeley is live in the nation's capital as well. So, Courtney, we're seeing so many examples of amateur video popping up of showing train operators, conductors texting, napping on the job. Is there any formal system in place to try to monitor those conductors in these trains?
Well, actually, I was really surprised. I started doing research and some reporting, and no, there aren't. There's no video surveillance of operators in trains or buses on any nationwide